I, to me, sometimes artwork has this capacity to be more architectural in the sense that it sets the stage for a story to be told.
Mm-hmm.
That I like that idea that I'm making a place, and I saw that in some of the work that I was looking at you, and I see that in Kathy's work as well. The idea that we're amongst something, and that we're there with it. I I read an old book not too long ago that I should have read a long time ago, called Gutenberg Galaxy by Marshall McLuhan, and he was talking about the way that writing has gotten us out of balance. We get most of our stories through writing, and that's a visual sense, as opposed to storytelling, where it's where we get our stories through the smell of the campfire, the intonation of somebody telling us something, what we're feeling like, what the sounds are, and this multi-sensory. We're built to synthesize all of our senses into understanding what's coming at us, and we're out of balance. And I like the idea that as an artist, maybe I'm trying to help re-trigger that sense of multi-sensory kind of experience. So, and that goes back to the thing, Matthew, that sound is always part of that. But I would say that when I see your work, I'm listening to the sound of the projector as well. It's not absent from that I'm actually in an occurrence.
I was just gonna say, like the first thing that struck me about, Jim, about your work is like when I walked into the gallery and I heard the 60 hertz, that buzz, and it just like, and I think what's so interesting to me is like we're all using language in different ways, right? You know, so to me, like that, from our culture, that language we just know it has this historic, right, weirdness, like how amazing, you know, alternating current is, right? It's like,
Yeah,
we hear it all around us, and it's very annoying as well, right? I mean, it absolutely is kind of the coursing through. It is the blood going through the artery of contemporary life, right? It's like that's the life structure, right? It's not just our body anymore. It's that's the living, that's the breathing, that's the blood stream at this moment. And so it was like you just recognize it. It's kind of like if you hear radio static, or if you hear something that's like a weather channel, you know, that kind of static, that voice that's telling you about a storm coming. It's like, it's now like when we were ancient people, right? It's like the sky would do that. So I even remember my dad telling me, and all these, because he grew up in Iowa, right? All these things about the sky, the clouds, how you knew what the weather was going to be. My grandma would say, rain before 11. I mean, rain before 7, clear by 11. And she'd have all these things about the natural world that we were antennas into the natural world, which told us about what to expect with the weather. But now it's all about, we're listening for that voice. There will be a 10 knots, that one voice that goes out over NOAA, right? Over
yeah. Or looking at weather on the cell phone instead of going outside and seeing how cold it is. It's like we've lost so many of the delivery systems and the way we keep track of ourselves in the world.
When you place that into the environment, it's like right away, it's this language, right? It just like immediately, it's like this marker, that it positions the time, historic time, positions, or something about it positional.